Okay, hello, welcome. This is Crystal Brain Academy. I believe you've been following and you've been enjoying all our classes so far. All right. So my name once again is Joseph Diamond, and I'm your economics teacher. All right. So today we want to continue where we stopped in our last class. All right. So I'm taking you economics. All right, so we've looked at elasticity of demand. We've looked at types of elasticity of demand. We've looked at price elasticity of demand. We look at types of price elasticity of demand. We talk about unit 3 elastic demand. We've talked about inelastic demand. We've talked about elastic demand. We've also mentioned zero elastic demand and perfect elastic demand. All right, so in our today's teaching, we want to look at the coefficient of price elasticity of demand. Okay, so we'll be looking at coefficient of price elasticity of demand. Okay. The coefficient of price elasticity of demand. That is, we want to look at a way of measuring price elasticity of demand. All right, so now, don't forget that we said price elasticity of demand is the degree of responsiveness of demand due to change in price. Okay, now, then for coefficient of price elasticity of demand, okay, let me use this. This is price elasticity of demand. That's the PED, the PED that I use here. Price elasticity of demand. Now, to measure the coefficient or to calculate the coefficient of price elasticity of demand, all right, is we use this particular formula, all right, for coefficient of price elasticity of demand. We have a percentage change in demand, okay, all over percentage change in price, okay, so percentage change in demand all over percentage change in price. Okay, now, and when we talk about change, you can also express this as like this. Okay, because it's some textbook, you just see it will be expressed like this: percentage change in DD. All right, DD means demand. Then you have percentage. Then this represents change in what? In price. Okay, in price. All right. You see some textbook, some will just put D and some will just put price. Percentage change in demand. All right, percentage change in price. All right, okay, so you can also have it like this. Then you know, when we are talking about changes, okay, it means that when we talk about change, it means that we have the initial price, we have the initial price, new price, initial demand, new demand. Because if there is no initial and the new one, then definitely there is no change. All right, so we cannot say that we have percentage, all in percentage now, okay, all will be represented in percentage. As if there is a change in demand, it means that probably demand will be D1, okay, D2 minus D1 all over P2 minus P1, all in what? In percentage. Do you understand now? D2 minus D1, P2 minus P1, all in percentage. All right, this is another way to work to express the coefficient of price elasticity of demand. All right, now, if we've gotten this formula now, let's look at example. Let's look at example. How do we solve equation under heat? Now, let's say for a particular product, we have the price, okay, then you have quantity, okay, price and quantity. Alright, so if the price here is 10, alright, then the quantity at that price 10 is what? The consumer is able to what? To demand for 40 quantities at this price. Alright, now if the price change to 8, okay, now consumer now is able to consume what? 48. Alright, because a decrease in change in price, rather a decrease in price will lead to what? Increase in what? In quantity demanded. Then an increase in price will lead to what? Decrease in quantity demanded. Okay, so we have it to be this way. Now when you have this, then you have to calculate here. Calculate the coefficient of price elasticity of demand. Okay, so we have to calculate the coefficient of price elasticity of demand. Now, don't forget we said the, okay, now let me rub up this. Okay, now I'm still going to leave the question, so let me manage this side. Let me just manage this side. Okay, don't forget that we said the formula is what? PED, that is price elasticity of demand, equals to what? Percentage change in what? In demand, all over percentage change in what? In price. Okay, now we take this one after the other. Let's look at demand first. Demand. Okay, now for demand, all right, for demand we have the quantity, our P2 minus D rather, D2 minus D1. Okay, and what's our D2? 48 minus D1 is what? Is 40. All right, 48 minus 40, and that will give us what? 8. You understand now? So it will give us 8. Now let's express this now in percentage. So it will now be, it will equals to 8 divided by, what's the initial price quantity? 40 times 100 over 1. Now 0 cancels 0. Okay, 2 here 2, 3 here 5, 2 here 1, 2 here 4. 4 times 5, we have what? 20%. Okay, that's for demand. Now let's now calculate for price. Okay, for price, all right, we have P2 minus P1. Okay, P2 minus P1 all over what? All over P1. Okay, this one should be okay. All over P1. All right, so cut.